Welcome everybody, how are you? Bienvenidos a todos, ¿cómo están? Okay friends, so yesterday we added more details to the hawk head here, as you can see. So today we're going to continue and see if this is what we need, or maybe we need to create something else. Okay, so let's get started. I like this design, but let me see what else I can do here. Okay, I like this. Let me finish this part, okay? Let me see what we did here. I think that I already sculpted this. Ah no, I just... Ah yeah, okay, great. I didn't sculpt that. I just transformed that into a mesh and start adding bevel and subdivision. Okay, great. Let's try to do something similar here. Okay. Hello, welcome. Let me create a backup for this. Backup. I already created for this one. Let me do that again. Let's do this again. Okay, I'm going to convert this into a mesh. Let me delete this mirror modifier just for a moment. Now I'm going to create again the mirror modifier. Okay, great. Let me see something. Okay. We have No, not a problem, but I forgot that we need local transformation for this. Not like that. Let me 0.1 is okay. And to finish the head, I think that I'll create something like this part, like these divisions, these panels. Let me think where I need to add that. Maybe here. Let's try to add that in that part. I'm going to use shrink wrap first. Let me deactivate this just for a moment. And solidify. Okay, I'm going to separate this. Okay, and yes, it looks good. Another thing that we can add to finish the head, maybe, let me see, maybe this part here, something like that in here. Yes, let's try to do something like that. I'm going to select only this part. But if I do this, how can I create? The thing is, if I use this part, maybe I'll have. No. Let's use a curve, because if I convert this into a curve, it is not going to be like a curve. It is going to be with straight intersections. No, I don't want that. I want this to be like this curve. Maybe. Okay, I can do this. I can apply the subdivision and only that. Let me duplicate this. Select that. Delete the bevel and apply the subdivision only in one. Or let me check. If I go with no, let's go with 3, and I am not going to use more subdivision. Let's try in this way. Okay, then I'll just see. Great. I'm just going to use the subdivision. Maybe let's try with subdivision. No, with curve. Convert this into curve. Okay, let me increase this value to 0.1. I'm going to move this to the inside and this one to the inside too, or maybe I just have to delete that. Let me delete this point. Delete this point and delete this point here. Very good. The thing that I am going to do is select this part, activate that, and use great. Now okay, let me do this again, because I want this to be. Made a mistake. Okay, maybe there. Select everything. And then I'll close this. this part, I'm going to change the tilt of this part to the inside. Great, now it is better. Now let me convert this into a mesh. Close this. And select, maybe let me see, select the same modifiers. Copy modifiers. The only thing that I'm going to delete here is the mirror modifier, and then I think that we are good. Let me just select all of these parts. And it is looking really great. So I think that it is good. It is good. I like it. I think that I'll leave it like that. So we have our hawk head. Now what do we have to do? We are going. Let me just to do one thing. I'm going to select this as the mirror, the main object in this group. Because if I'm going to change the scale and the position or the rotation, this is going to change a lot. So I don't want that. I want to keep in that in this to move with the objects. So if I want to do that, I need this to be the mirror object. The mirror object. So I'm going to select this. Let me see if I have another mirror. This is the Q27. Okay, mirror. I don't have a mirror there. Mirror here. I think that we are good. I think that we are good. The only thing that I need to change is this part. No. This a little bit to the front. Part. Just want to move this closer to this. Okay, good. Okay, I think that we finish. Let me this part, I don't like this part. Okay, now I'm going to select all of these parts and that to the back. First duplicate them and move to back up. Now let me bring my base. Select this, okay. It is too small, right? That to be a little bit bigger. Maybe like that. Yeah, I'm not sure about the size of this hair because I don't want it to be like that. No, like this. It makes sense, but I think that I lose a lot of detail. Well, we can leave it like that. But then I need to delete some things because no, I don't like that. But it looks good. Here, no. It looks perfect maybe here. I need to have to say that it looks really good here. So some things we did it for nothing. Oh no. You know what? It looks better here. I know that we did maybe some things for nothing, but I think that this really looks good. So maybe we can do this. So it was not for nothing. Yes, I think that this size is really good. So I'm going to keep it like that for now. Now let's try to create something here. Of course, let me select this and first save, apply a scale. That's really important. Okay, so now let me finish the other part of the structure that we're not going to leave it like that, of course. We're going to create something like this here. And with that we finish this. Of course that we're going to change the position. I'm going to rotate this here, then I'm going to create another one in the other side and another one in this side. Okay, and we finish this part. Then the only thing that we need to there are more things. Adjust the rocks. I think that now we can adjust these rocks, and then finally we're going to finish these details, and with that we finish the face, the base. And after the base we need to come here and finish the costume and finish the face, and with that we finish the model, the modeling part. Then we start the painting part. Okay, so let's try to create something here. Okay, this is what we have, right? Let me select that again. Now apply a scale and move it. Now this change. Why? I think it's because of the bevel. Let me think. I am not going to create more I'm not going to create more to change this. I'm not going to do anything else. I finished this part, so I think that we are not going to apply a scale because we are not going to touch it. So if we want to apply all transforms, we're going to do that, but we're going to apply all the modifiers, okay? That's why I do not apply the scale. Okay. So what idea we can have? Something like this. Just maybe something here with straight edges. Or maybe a circle here and then straight edges. I don't know. Remember that we need to think like this is the upper part of I know what I need to change. I made a little mistake here. This part I'm going to move that a little bit down. Only that, and this I'm going to move it a little, create something extra here to give the idea that this is like a tower. Just we're going to do that. So let me create this structure. With that, I'm going to create something similar here to give the same idea. So maybe we're going to create here a cylinder. I think it's better. Let's see. Or maybe first let me do that change. I'm going to create, no, I'm going to select all the panels. Oh, this is going to be a really it should be a little bit bigger. No, because if I make this bigger, then you're going to see that we miss some parts. So maybe it is better if we continue with these panels a little bit down here, just a little, and with the tower a little bit, so you have a better idea of what we have here. That's better. Yes, that's better. Great. Now I have an idea of what to do. Let me select this. Let me move this part. Let me select all of these parts. And extrude that here maybe. Okay, I know that I say that the base needs to be smaller, but now it makes sense and it is better. The only thing that we need to do is create more panels in this part. That's the only thing that we need to do. And the same with this part. Just going to select this and extrude that. Just one thing. Okay. And there we have our tower. Now you understand that this is like a tower. Now it's better. Great. So for this part, we're going to do something similar like this. Just create the bricks. I think that, let me think. Okay. Let me select this part just for a moment. I'm going to do this. I'm going to select one point here and this point here. No. I wanted to say that the bricks, but maybe we can have a smaller bricks here. Yes, smaller bricks, no problem with that. So let me select this, and of course I'm going to separate that part. I'm going to duplicate it because this is the base, so I need to make this a solid piece. Duplicate this one and go to here to this mode and close this. Okay, grid fill. Now the other one, let me see. This is in base. It is the base 2. Okay, this part I am going to divide with bricks. Going to select this, okay, and this one here, select everything, divide by edge split. I made a mistake because these bricks are too big. This needs to be, sorry, let's make this again. Great. Now it looks like brick. This one with this one. And these two, okay. Here, sorry, this one not. One, select everything, right click, edge split. Right here, edge split. Modifiers, and copy modifiers. Sorry, this one. Okay, yes, great. Now we have to rotate, but I need to check. I forgot to check. Need to check how I can make a grid. I think that with the tangent, the arctangent formula, adjacent and the opposite and adjacent side, the arctangent of that value, but the middle, only the middle. I think that's how you do this part. I don't remember. I really don't remember. So again, for our hawk heads, we need to do something similar. We need to create a structure that is going to tell us this is going down, and then in the upper part you have something like this, for example. Okay. So for that, I think that I'll go with a cylinder. I am having more ideas, but I don't know if I can use those here. Let's try not to add more things because this is going to be a really big project. I think that it is good right now. Let's first create for example, here we can go with the panels, but now the panels are going to be a little bit smaller maybe. Let's see how this is going to look. I'm going to select this. Here, solidify and subdivision. Okay, wait. why this is like this, bevel and then non-subdivision. But okay, let's copy that. I know that here you have anything to cover this, but maybe I add something like this, here, and maybe the same with this. Okay, maybe I can create an structure. No, I need to divide that. It makes sense. For example, this I need to divide it. Now we're going to leave it like that. It will make sense if we divide it. Because how do you create these materials? You don't divide it. There is no material that it is a perfect circle. Maybe you can say that you divide and yes, we can say that the unions are inside this part, so no problem with that. So let's continue. Okay, we have to finish this, but let me try to add something here for the hawk. That is difficult. Sorry, I forgot about these two parts. Okay. These corners I don't like. I need to create something extra here. Okay, let's see what can we create for our hawk, head. Maybe a cylinder, a very strong here cylinder is going to make sense, and at the here on the upper part we can create something like, I don't know, something like this. Something that goes to the inside. I wanted to create weapons, but it would be something like this, but not with the hawk head. But the weapons, the problem is that it should be better if these kind of weapons, for example, came here and shoot for every angle, for every side, for every direction. So something that rotates and pivot here in its own axis and start shooting to every direction. It would be better like that. We can say that this tower contains something like this. If we open this, it comes from the inside. Or we can create like some kind of cannons, small cannons here that only shoot in a limited direction, a limited angle. For example, here, and here and here. We can say that too and add some kind of weapon, a more like a strong weapon, but with less mobility. We can say like that. Yes, we can say that. Just one thing, remember that she is this is supposed to be a watchtower and she is very big for this watchtower, so that's also something that we need to keep in mind. So maybe these are like a small part of the tower, so we're not going to add weapons. Just like a small structure of the tower, because the bigger tower is like this. These structures are like this, one in one part and one like this. Smaller here and maybe the bigger are here, something like that. Okay, we can say that. So she is standing over something like this small one. Now it makes sense. Okay, so maybe no weapons, just the structure. Also, maybe at the end I'm going to delete. No, I cannot delete the rocks because where is she going to stand over? That's the thing about the rocks. I cannot delete the rocks. I need to make the rocks a little bit bigger to cover this area, so it makes sense that this is like part of a mountain. I need to consider that. Also, the bricks, I know that are smaller for this tower, maybe for the human size. Are smaller bricks, because look, you can hold, especially these smaller ones, but if you in one time of your life you ever be on a construction, you know that bricks are from different sizes. You can have these smaller bricks for special structures and the common bricks that are the bigger ones, but you have different types of bricks. So maybe we can say that for this. Okay, so music stop and I'll be back in a moment. I'll go for some water, okay? I'll be back in a moment. If you have an idea, please let me know. Remember that we are creating, this is an original idea. This is an original idea that we are creating here. We're so close to finish, we just need to finish this part and the face, and we completed the model. Then we have to paint it and go to the render settings, okay? We are so close. Okay, I'll be back in a moment. Okay, I'm back. Let's continue. maybe it is better to start from the upper side and from the upper part and then going down with the other parts. So maybe we don't need this cylinder. What else can I add here? Now I am out of ideas. I like this one, but not this part. No, it is too simple. Maybe I should. Hello, Namaste Girish, welcome. We're creating the last part of the base, the last accessory of the base, we can say like that. That is this kind of hook, but right now I have no more ideas of how I can finish this lower part of the head. So when I finish this, I'm going to multiply this 2 times. One here. I'm going to rotate this and then move the other one here and the other one here. But now I am out of ideas. I am trying to see something like this, but no. I have no ideas right now. This is the base. This is the final design for the base. We just need to add more details to this and we finish. The most difficult part is to try to imagine the original idea. Right now, I have no more ideas. I am trying to think here what to do. Let me see something. Maybe I know where I can find more ideas. The flag. The flag is like this. Maybe something like this I can create here. So we have these 3 references. So if you have an idea, please let me know. I was thinking first maybe on a circular base here, but I don't know. Maybe we can do something like this. Let me show you. I can move this up. Hello Miguel, welcome. I was saying that I already finished the hog head and now I am creating the support of that head. Yes, it is really good. But now I have no more ideas. Yes, thank you. Now I have no more ideas. I am trying to create here the last part of this. Then we can multiply this in here and in here. But right now I have no more ideas of how to create this one. Maybe, I don't know. Something like this, and then let me do something like this. Create here one of these. So if any of you have another idea of what I can add here, please let me know. I am open to suggestions. I really like to have like some kind of cylinder here, but no, if it is not working, then we can delete that. Maybe we don't need this one. Take CS2 maps inspiration CS2. Yes. Check here on my phone. Counter-Strike. this. I need to check that. So until I have more ideas, this is just the last part. This is what we need to complete to finish the base. To finish the base, we need to do this. We need to create the support of this head. Maybe I will change this, or maybe I am going to add more details here. I like this one here, but not like this. I think that it is too simple. I need something else. So I will try to find to maybe something like this in here. We can do that. I don't know. I'll try to find something. The design, as you can see, the main details of the design are these straight divisions, as we can see here in the armor. Straight divisions, Hawk motifs like the claws, like the logo, like the helmet, and what else? I already said divisions, right? And this kind of borders, straight borders like this. These are the main details. Of course that there are some straight, these hard surface pieces like this one that makes sense with my design, but as you can see, we have more like hard borders, something like hard edges, and some curves, but more hard edges. So I want to mix with this design here of this flag. I don't know what is the meaning of this flag, but you can see that they have 4 flags. I don't know if maybe there are 4 cities, I don't know. Just in case, this is from DC Universe Online, I already checked. So in that city they have these like homes. I think that these are the homes of, or maybe towers, I don't know. They have this with rocks. That's what I am trying to create here, but I create this extra to mix this with my concept. And they have also a big cannon that is called the Phoenix Cannon. This one. This is also a very important part. And the spaceships that are with Hawk shapes. As you can see, the spaceships looks more sci-fi than the base, because the base are bricks like this. So I need to mix those, to merge those ideas into this. But let me tell you what we need, what else we need to do to finish the base. For the base, I need to create this part here of the hawk, of the head, the support of the head. Remember that this is going to be one here, and one here. Okay, or maybe I can delete this one, but at least the base needs to have two of this one, maybe one here in this corner and the other one in the other corner. I don't know, we'll see. Okay, we need to create these parts here, but I think that this is easier, because here we can create just a straight support here, and maybe inside, I don't know, I try to find more little details, like for example this, I don't know, I'll see. No, I don't like that. Let me see if I have, maybe here I will find something, I don't know, something like this, I don't know, I'll see. And these supports, I need to add more details, and here I will add something like this here inside this part. Okay, what else? Here I will create something like what is that image? Where is that image? Something like this. Something like this. I will create here that. And the rocks, I need to create and make. I need to make this bigger until we can join these rocks and touch the floor, so we can say that it is part of a mountain or something like that. And of course that this is not a tower, because the tower is too small to be a tower. So this is just a small part of a tower, maybe, or a part of a bigger headquarters, something like that. Something like this. Let me show you. Something like this, for example. Something like this. But this is bigger. Let me see something else. Something like this, for example. This is a small structure. Something like that. She is standing on the upper part of something, of a defensive, or maybe a structure here. Okay, that's the idea. So that's what I need to create to finish the base. And after we finish the base, we just need to do two more things. That are to create a costume. And with the costume, I have now more ideas. I'm going to create something like this here. I'll see, maybe I need to create an alpha with these lines, or I think that I have alphas that I can use to create here. And of course I'm going to add some borders, so I don't need to divide or maybe create something extra here. I just going to separate, or maybe I can separate that. Just, I think that it's easy. Also, I found a way to use textures with UV to create to add those textures to a sculpting model, but I think that we are not going to use that, because that's a lot. You need a lot of topology, and we already have too much topology. Maybe if I want to do that, I will separate my file like we did with the wings, and then decimate a lot and bring that here. But I think that now there's no need to complicate things, to make things more complex. And after that, the last part is just to finish the face. We're going to take some time until we say, okay, this is the version that I want. And that's what we need to finish. So friends, I think that this is going to be all for today, because we are already 2 hours here and I need to go to Twitch to continue with the other project. We're going to continue, of course, on Monday, so maybe also, if you have ideas, please let me know on the Discord channel, on the 3D channel of the Discord server. Let me know there, please, if you have any other idea that we can use. It would be really helpful. Now, remember that you are artists, so you know that at some point of the process you are maybe stuck, you are maybe with no ideas, and this is happening to me a lot in this part, because I have to be honest, I had no idea how the base would be until we started to working on it. Believe me. The first idea that I have from the beginning was just to create something like a rock or metallic structure like this, something like this. This was my first option. Let me show you. Something like this was my first option, but I said no, that doesn't make sense with my model, so I needed to create something extra. And here with you, I am doing this with you in real time. That's what I wanted to say, and you can look at all the things that I need to change, to think, to make this possible. Okay, so for now we're going to finish. We're going to end the streaming. We're already 2 hours, and we're going to continue Monday. So please, for those who are new, remember, please help me with a like, help me with a subscription, with a comment below, and to share the video. Now that I think that YouTube is changing the policies, it is better if you give it a like at least, because YouTube is going to say, okay, the video has some kind of interaction, so people are watching the video. If you don't do that, they're going to say like, these are just fake accounts, fake users that are just giving that are used to increase the amount of views. That's what YouTube is like trying to change. So I will really appreciate if you help me with a like, maybe a comment also, or share the video. Watch it for a moment at least. So also remember that you can follow me on my social media accounts, X, Instagram, and TikTok. You have all the links there. Also you can join your Discord server, where you can share things about 3D and games on the right channel. And if you want me to collaborate with your project as a freelancer, you can contact me. There's my email, and also there's the LinkedIn contact there. You can send me a message on any other social media account, at Station, I don't know, or maybe create a project on CG Trader and Upwork and send me a message. Also, please follow me on my other platforms where I streaming, Twitch and Kick. Miguel already joined me on those platforms. On those platforms, I am creating different projects. So if you want to see the techniques, because I am using some things that I didn't use here. There are smaller projects, so maybe if you think that this is exhausting, maybe you would like to watch the other ones, because the streamings are less. The time of those streamings is less, and also the projects are more simple than this one. There are smaller projects. And maybe I finish that in 1-2 weeks, so maybe you would like to watch those streamings. If you don't like this, we are already so close to go, like 3 months working on this project, but you know that I am showing you here how we use time, and it is really, really difficult to create something from original, especially. I think that if this is an idea that someone gave me and say, create this with these characteristics, I think that I already finished this. But trying to think about something, about what can I add, what can I create, it is really, really difficult. And also, if you want to support the channel, there is a PayPal link there. But even better, if you want to get something in exchange, you can have one of my models. If you want assets for your games or animations, you can visit my TurboSquid store. If you want sculptures for 3D printing, you can visit, or maybe for rendering, I don't know, for any kind of project that you would like to create. Also, you can visit my Colts 3D store. And if you want, also you can have a third option, that is CG Trader, where you are going to find both assets and sculptures. So also that's a very important way to support the channel. Okay, so in a few minutes, I am very late. In a few minutes, we're going to continue on Twitch for an hour, for 1 more hour with other projects. And remember that tomorrow night we're going to continue with Doom Eternal. I think I tried to do it a little bit sooner because I want to use the time of the rest of the day doing these things. So if I play earlier, I cannot at night work on this. That's why I work I play I do the gaming streaming nights too late for me, but that's not good because I am not sleeping well. So I need to think about that one. Maybe on Fridays and Saturdays just don't work at evenings on this, and maybe try to play and continue with the games, playing the games with you on that time. I'll think about that. Okay, at least I will try to reach the monetization. The monetization program. I will at least try to complete the 2 steps. We're so close to finish the first one, but we are maybe subscribers is more difficult to get. Views, I think that right now we can have with the streamings a little bit more of views, so maybe we can reach that a little bit sooner, but subscriptions are very difficult to get. So I would really appreciate if you share the video. Also remember to check the video of Lapras that I have already created for the first project that we created on Kik. So go and check that. I am working right now on the Hulk, on the Hero Hulk that we created here on YouTube. I am created on the time lapse of that project, okay? But it is going to be really hard to finish that. So in a few minutes we continue on Twitch with the other project, and tomorrow hours on Kik on Twitch, and at nights on YouTube. And with this project on Monday, okay? As you know, if nothing happens, if I have no blackouts or maybe something bad happens, we are here as always. So thanks for coming, friends. Please remember to subscribe, and see you in the next one.